Hey everybody, BrickLoot 18 here today, and we are back in my Lego room, and I'm here, and I want to make some changes to it. So as you know, I moved into this room 2 or so years ago, almost a year and a half, and I've been growing my Lego collection steady ever since. Well, now, since I moved in, I'm at the point where all of these shelves are filled. They've been filled right since I moved in, and there's some empty space there, but it's already filled. I just took some sets away. Like there's so many sets here, and I've actually got all of these sets left to build, and then I've even got multiple sets over here that aren't even on display yet anywhere because there's just so many other sets kind of around that I have to build. So what I've decided, and this is an ongoing video, I haven't ordered anything yet, but I think I need to buy more shelves. These Billy bookshelves from IKEA are only $55 each, so they're not bad, and I think I want to get a few more, for my Lego room. And right now this video is just kind of talking it out because I have no plans. I have just been measuring and taping away, but essentially what I'm thinking about doing is moving my Lego city from here, keeping this table, sliding it over just a bit, and bringing this table, swinging it around so it's here, and kind of having like a wall of just a straight Lego city in my Lego room. And then with doing that, I plan on having this whole wall filled with bookcases. So I did, an estimate for 4 bookcases. This is where the 4th bookcase would come out, where that green tape is, but it would be much farther back against the wall, really in line with that bookcase right there. So I'd actually gain a lot more space over here, which I think is really good to have, tables and everything all the way around. And then ultimately what I think is I'm going to move these parts bins over to here where this is. I'd like to turn this table on a degree so I'd have like another workspace, because that's one thing I've always feel I'm lacking is more table space. Have all the parts bins here, the TV, and another bookcase here. But I don't really know. I do have to see before I move any of the city, because that's just a pain in the butt. I really am going to go through and see if I need the extra bookcases. And to do that, first I'm going to move all of the sets and parts from this area here, take off the TV, and I'm going to flip this. And I'm going to try and do what I can to move that over and just get a better understanding of how this may look, how this may work in the leg room, because of course I've got this big table in the center and I do want to keep it. And I think that, by flipping this is how far it would come out, and I don't think I want it here because I don't want to make like a maze in the Lego room, but I would think about putting it right here, and I do think it would look really good. So this is going to be a multi-part video. I already can imagine it's already at 2-3 minutes, but this is going to be a big project. This is going to be a lot of moving around. This is going to be tearing down the city again, which I just did like 6 months ago to rebuild it, again. But I am excited. I think I do have some good plans here, and I really want to see if I can maximize the best use of my Lego collection, and of course finally get some more sets on display. I am back here, and as you can see, I am in full rearrange the Lego room mode once again. I love, my favorite mode to be in. But what you can see that I've done is I've moved all of the, moved the bin against this wall, and the table actually. As you can see, they're all back here right now. I have this open space kind of here in the center. The Pathway Max, some are here, but most are right here on the center table. And what I've kind of done, and I'll move the camera up so you can see, is made it like an L shape. So what I want to do is move these containers from right here, put them right here, and I think that would look really nice there. And then I want to, obviously move the city table, but I'm going to wait and do that once this part's all rearranged, because essentially now I have it so I can either have my chair here, I can work here and have the TV there, or I can have my chair here. I can work here and have the TV there as well. So I'm excited because it's more workspace for me, which is what I said initially that I did want. And then it also opens it, so because this will be, this is going to be actually wider because there's not going to be anything here. So might maybe even be able to move, this table over a little bit more or something like that. I might ultimately decide as well to move this part out from the wall, just because I know that this is going to take up about 17 inches, so about 1.5 of the Poppy Max right there. So it's going to block a little bit of the table, and I just don't want to lose too much space in here, where my chair and stuff is going to go. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. I'm actually pretty impressed with everything so far. So what essentially I have to do now is start tearing down this part of the city, which I wasn't quite ready to do because I haven't filmed the final city update yet. So I think I'm gonna do that and film a final city update. I know I promised everybody like a full, nice, pretty tour of the city, with proper, camera angles and stuff like that. Guess what's not gonna happen? I apologize for that as well, but I'm just so excited. I got too excited to move everything, and now that I have pretty much decided that I do like this layout and I like the L-shaped desk that I've kind of made myself here, I am gonna go ahead and order 4 bookcases. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is where I'm going to put this storage container right here, as you can see with the Disney castle on it. Worst case scenario, I'm going to have so much bookshelf space I can now put the Disney castle on the bookshelf, but I just don't know where this actual storage container is going to go because it's really good. Worst case scenario, I think I'll have to put it where my BrickLink desk is or something like that, and do some rearranging there. But I know I've got lots of space and I know I can do it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and order 4 of the bookcases because it's going to be, I was determining between 3 or 4, but even if I put just 3 on this wall, I can always fit another one on the very far wall, actually right over here where the lights and stuff are, for sure. And then this one, I'll find a place for it. They're really cheap, so I can even double stack them if I need to or do something with my BrickLink store. But overall, I think we're on the right track here. I have made a huge mess, so I'm going to film, like a Lego City update and kind of one final tour. But other than that, things are going pretty well. I do like it. I think this is going to look really good and just overall make my Lego room more effective, which is what I really want to do. Hey everyone, I am back. It's actually been several hours since I last picked up the camera, and for that, I apologize. I got so sidetracked with everything. Basically, what I've done is, as you can see, the one area of my Lego City where I had all the amusement park things, as well as all the park bins underneath, has been moved. The rest of the Lego City is not being touched until everything else is finished. But basically what I've done is I've moved everything and made the U-shaped desk that I was hoping for. So starting over here, as you can see, all the parts are now there. All the Pappy Macs are on top, and I've actually put the Ferris wheel and a couple other Lego sets there as well. I don't think the Ferris wheel's coming in the new city, but of course I'll rearrange if I need to. Over here, as you can see, I've got the TV with Netflix paused. It's sitting on top of the brick, which looks pretty cool, and I like it because I can see it, if I'm working here or if I'm working over there. Over there, I've got the minifigure parts, which is really exciting. I finally have them kind of on the main display of my Lego collection. Underneath here, I still need to add all of the bins back. As you can see, they're just kind of spread out all over my desk. This is the main table that I've always had, and then this here is the other L part, where it used to have my city, then it used to have my parts collection, and now it's just another work table, which is really exciting. Over here, I added the small bookcase, the small cubed one, and then next to that, I actually added this drawer piece, which I wasn't sure where I was going to put it, but it fits in there honestly quite nicely. Once this is just bookshelves, it's going to be a much wider pathway than it is right now. And then of course on top of that, I've got my Disney castle and the Vesta wind turbine, and currently they're facing like this, because typically I'll be over here in my Lego room, either working right here or right here, and the only thing their back is going to be to is to bookshelves. So next steps, I've of course got to take all the posters down. I'm going to do that nicely because they're going to be full of bookshelves. All the minifigures, unfortunately, will have to come down after all the work I spent putting them up there, which is very disappointing, but I'm going to have to find another place for them to go, probably on this bulkhead or something like that, but I'll make sure I'll get that done. As you can see over here, I've just been moving things around. I got rid of the rolly cart that was there, the small bookcase, this cubed one, as well as the bookcase that was right here. So I've got to do some rearranging, and of course some of these things from these shelves will become and be moved to the new shelves, but I have to wait and get the new shelves before I can move anything. The Lego City table and stuff will all have to come in here. I'm gonna have to rearrange the air conditioner a bit, get that all set in place for the Lego City, but I want to film a few videos because the Lego City is going to take up a majority of my studio. So I got to film some videos for this week, and then I'll move the city there so I can have a little bit of leeway time before I have to completely move everything again. And it's going to be a big process. So an Ask Brick video here and there might be a little delayed, but for the most part, I want this to not interrupt the video schedule. And then, of course, I'm still just going through, putting sets back, putting everything together, and making it a little bit cleaner, because by the time I get the bookcases in here, all this area I want to be cleared off. I want the city tables to be over here, probably a lot of the city back on the table, not in the right way, but just kind of set up. I'll have to buy a new Bristol board for that city, but of course the city update's going to be a whole other video. And then once I get the bookshelves, I'm getting 4 delivered on I'm getting 4 delivered tomorrow, which is really exciting, so I'm gonna have to bring them in here and assemble them by myself, which is not gonna be fun, so I'm gonna need a lot of space. So I wanna make sure it is cleaned up, so as soon as those bookcases come in, they can just come right into the studio. So I'm gonna put the camera back down for now, and I'm gonna film it a little bit more until I can get this place cleaned up. And then of course I'll be back with part 2 when I get the bookcases in. Alright, so this is what the Lego room is looking like right now. Honestly, not too bad. As you can see, I've just been doing a lot of sorting and moving everything around. What I want to work on right now is, of course, the Lego City. So before I get the bookcases tomorrow, what I want to do is make sure this Lego City has been moved over. So for starters, that of course, I'll have to move these pick-a-brick cups, find a new home for them, and then move all the buildings from the Lego City. So I'm going to go through and make a full tour about tearing down the Lego City because it's going to be a whole process collecting all the minifigures, and I want to do it right so I'm not starting from complete scratch. And then once I'm done that, I'm going to move the tables and of course go through everything underneath, but that's just going to be a long and boring process, so I'm not going to put that on video or document that. So that's actually where I'm going to end today's video, is with the current progress that I have made so far today. Very happy with how everything looks. I think it's a much more functional Lego room, and I think that I'm going to be really looking forward to getting those additional bookcases and stuff. So everybody, thanks so much for watching this video. You'll have to let me know down in the comments below what you thought, and if you have any suggestions for my new Lego room layout. It's hard to believe that I've been here for a year and a half now, and this is probably like the 3rd or 4th time that I've completely decided to rearrange the room. But anyway, the next video will pick off of course, me tearing down the Lego City and doing that whole process. And part 2 of this series will be, once everything is ready to go and once the new bookshelves are here and are starting to be built, and they'll be on display along this entire back wall. So anyway, thanks again so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe. I'm looking forward to showing you the rest of what I'll be doing to my Lego room here, but in the meantime, I'll see you in the next video.